Welcome. This is a 1 hour all levels Vinyasa flow class. And if you have a block or a thick book, that'll be helpful. And then if not, that's okay too. We'll begin in a comfortable seat. And I'll invite us today, like we did on Monday, for those who joined Monday, to explore Siddhasana as an alternative to cross-legged seat. So to try this, bring one heel toward the body, bend the knee, and then stack your other heel on top of your bottom heel, tucking those top toes between the thigh and calf. And you'll automatically feel the pelvis start to roll forward here. You can still use a blanket under the back of the sits bones if you like. And if this isn't comfortable, any other cross-legged seat. In India, Siddhasana is Sanskrit for easy pose. And for some of us in the West, it might not feel that easy, but it's a great way to work on rolling the pelvis forward and rolling the hips out. Whatever your comfortable seat, take an inhale, lift the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, roll them back and settle in. When you're ready, close down the eyes and mouth and begin to focus on the breath. Letting the hands rest on knees or the lap. Maybe it's the first time you've checked in with your breath today. As you begin to deepen your inhales, notice the sensation of breath moving through the nose, the throat, and into the lungs. And use that awareness of the breath to become very present in your body, in your mind, starting to disconnect from those chitta vritti, mind thoughts from your day, and just holding this space here for the next hour or so. If you haven't already, begin to engage Ujjayi Pranayama, yogic victory breath control. If you're newer to Ujjayi, begin to constrict the muscles in the back of the throat so you can hear an audible vibration with each inhale and exhale. And when you're newer to an Ujjayi practice, it might be quite loud, quite guttural. And then with time, you can work to soften that vibration so that just you and someone right next to you would hear it. We'll use Ujjayi to engage the diaphragm and abdominal muscles and to heat up from the inside out. A few more breaths this way, tapping into your pace of breath, and maybe challenging yourself to hold each inhale, slight pause at the top, belly filled with air, and then hold at the bottom of each exhale, belly empty, building your breath control. In my classes this week, I'm focusing on one of my favorite themes as far as sequencing goes, ladder sequences. So if you've joined other classes with me in my donation-based or Eugene yoga classes this week, you're familiar with this idea of moving through a sequence of poses with longer holds, more of a hatha approach, focusing on alignment, and then taking that same flow on the breath. So that's where we're going today. Always welcome to find rest as you need. Open the eyes and we'll begin to move. With an inhale, arms out and up, interlace the fingers, press the palms up, and then press down through the hips, lift the spine up. Good, draw inner elbows toward the head. One more inhale. Exhale, seated cow, push the hands forward, tuck the chin. Inhale, lift and reach, gaze up. Exhale, tuck and round. A few more this way on your breath. Even when you arch through the back, keep the belly active. Really focusing on the inhales and letting the belly fill with air. In the West, we have a tendency to pull the belly in when we inhale, constricting the flow of air, and practicing changing that dynamic with the diaphragm. The next time you inhale and reach the arms high, we'll hold here. One more deep inhale, let the fingers go. Exhale, forward fold, walk the hands forward, and then press the hips back, press through the fingertips, and breathe from wrists to hip creases. Good, Sukhasana fold. Let the top of the tongue release from the mouth and soften the face. With your next inhale, walk the hands back in and then roll over to tabletop pose. Option to roll your mat under the knees or slide a blanket under the knees here. And then stack hips right over knees. We'll have our toes untucked today, if that feels okay, and spread the fingers wide. Begin to strongly press not only the palms, but the tops of the feet and the shins toward the mat. Feel the shoulders lift. Next, inhale, arch to the right, right shoulder and hip to the right, side bend. Exhale through tabletop center. Inhale, arch left. Exhale through center. A few more rounds this way, creating a nice C shape to the right and left. Making a vinyasa here, breath and movement. Finish up those rounds, left and right, and we'll meet back in neutral tabletop, long spine. Reach the top of the head forward. We'll start to engage the core. With an inhale, extend the right leg straight back, and then option to reach the left arm forward. You can tuck the toes here for more support, a little more challenging to leave those left toes untucked. Inhale, reach through fingers and leg. Exhale, elbow to knee, crunch. Inhale, extend, lift the gaze. Exhale, crunch. Once more, inhale, reach. Exhale, tabletop, tuck the toes, send the hips back, downward dog. We'll take a few rounds of breath here between sides, settling into your long down dog shape. Let the heels drop toward the mat. Walk the feet back, finding the same distance you'll want when you roll forward to plank. Imagine someone pressing your palms to the mat, and then soften the back of the neck. If the knees are still bent, begin to straighten the legs. And with an inhale, roll to plank. Exhale, back to tabletop. We'll take our second side, walking knees back under hips. Inhale, left leg straight back. An option to reach right arm forward, thumb up. Press the left sole of the foot back in space. Lift the rib cage up. Inhale for length. Exhale, elbow to knee, crunch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Once more, inhale, extend. Exhale, tabletop, tuck the toes, back to downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Throughout our practice today, you're welcome to find down dog, tabletop, or child's pose at any point, choosing rest when you need it. Option to try traditional foot variation here in down dog and through our practice today by bringing big toes together, heels slightly apart, outer edges of the feet parallel. And if you've never tried this, you can explore keeping your feet this way throughout your whole practice. Next, inhale, roll forward to plank, just a breath. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin. Press the toes to the mat, draw the elbows to the rib cage, and then shift your gaze forward any amount. As you feel the lower back arch, keep lifting the navel up, squeeze the abdominal muscles in. Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, slide to the belly, hover the palms and knees, classical cobra. So in this variation, toes are tucked here, pressing to the mat. Inhale, lift another row of ribs up. Exhale, press through knees or plank, and back to downward facing dog. And a reminder, you can always lower knees and plank when you're moving in and out, building strength either way. Next inhale, gaze comes forward, come on the tiptoes, and begin to tiptoe. See if you can take 10 or more steps on the toes, really coming to the top of the toes here. Bend the knees as you need, and we'll meet in a forward fold at the top of the mat. Good. Catch the opposite elbows with the palms, the way that feels a little funny. And then begin to rock left and right, drawing weight forward to the toes. Press your toes a little more firmly to the mat and let your head relax. Maybe the head and neck fall in between the shoulders as the gaze turns up. Uttanasana. One more inhale this way. Exhale, let the arms go. Take a deep bend in the knees and press through the feet. Next inhale, begin to roll up. Strongly squeeze all the muscles in the legs as you rise. And as you come to standing, roll the shoulders down and back. Find your Tadasana, strong mountain pose. Again here, option for traditional feet, big toes together so that outer edges of the feet are parallel. And then either way, reach the fingers down, draw the arms toward the side of the body. We'll warm up the whole body with classical Surya Namaskar, sun salutes on the breath. So I know we have a couple of newcomers here. The main difference between the classical and modern sun salutes, for classical, the arms will come forward and up rather than out and up. And then each time we lower, we'll lower knees, chest, chin instead of through plank. From mountain pose, inhale, palms to heart center. Exhale, shoulders back. Inhale, arms forward and up. Exhale, fold forward. Right foot steps back. Inhale, lower right knee. Good. Exhale, press back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Option to lower knees. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin. Elbows to rib cage. Inhale, slide to the belly. Lift the palms and kneecaps. Cobra. Exhale, press back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left foot forward. Inhale, back to low lunge. Exhale, step up quietly and fold. Inhale, rise up, slight back bend. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Left foot back. Inhale, lower left knee. Exhale, press back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Reach the head forward. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin. Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale for Cobra. Bhujangasana. Exhale, press back. Downward facing dog. Right foot forward. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, step up quietly and fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, heart center. One more full round. Inhale to rise. Exhale, fold. Right foot back. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, press back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, forward to plank. Press the heels back. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, elbows to ribs. Inhale, slide forward. Pull the shoulders back. Exhale, press back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left foot forward. Deep inhale. Exhale, step up, forward fold. Inhale to rise, press through the feet. Exhale, heart center, last side. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Left foot back, inhale. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right foot forward, deep inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, hips forward. Exhale, heart center, and release the arms. Bring both hands to the hips. Adding on. Feet can be together, big toes touching, or hips distance apart. Press strongly through your right foot. And with an inhale, step the left foot all the way back, high lunge. Walk it back a bit more if you need. And when you're stable, inhale, reach both arms high. Exhale, drop the hips, lift the spine up, and settle in. Ashta Chandrasana. Take a look to left and right. If you can't see out of your peripheral vision, see if you can pull your arms slightly back and drop your shoulder blades down. Good adjustments. One more deep inhale here, chest up. Exhale, plant both palms, lizard lunge, inside your right foot. You can always lower that back knee here. And then either way, press through the palms, pull your chest forward of the shoulders as you draw right knee to right shoulder. Uttan Prishtasana. With time, removing any rounding through the upper back as you straighten through the spine and turn the gaze up. Let that left hip drop. One more inhale here. Exhale, walk the hands to the long edge of the mat for wide-legged forward fold. Turn your big toes slightly in and maybe widen the distance between your feet. Hands can stay on hips or come toward the mat. Inhale, half lift, up on fingertips. Exhale, fold here. Starting to awaken the hamstrings on the backs of the legs, using each exhale to draw the weight to the toes. Prasarita Paratonasana A. We're moving back to our lizard lunge from here. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, walk the hands inside the right foot, lizard lunge. Inhale, reach the right arm high. Exhale here, revolve side angle. Option to lower the left knee or keep that left leg straight and strong. Maybe turning gaze up to the right thumb. And then strongly draw your right hip in as you reach the crown of the head forward. Parivritta Parsvakonasana. One more inhale here. Exhale, plant the right hand, runner's lunge, and take some rocking motions forward and back. Feel a nice stretch through the front of your left hip and left toes. Good. Find some stillness in your runner's lunge. And with an inhale, step it back, downward facing dog. Exhale it out. Next inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale, lower halfway or to the belly. Inhale, cobra or up dog, lift the chest up. Exhale, hips back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, gaze forward. At the bottom of the exhale, step or float between the hands, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, pull the shoulders back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to hips. Preparing to take that sequence on the second side. This time rooting through the left foot strongly. And then with an inhale, step the right foot all the way back. Walk it back as you need for high lunge. Press through the front big toe. And with an inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, deepen the bend at the front knee. Square the hips. Once more, take a look to left and right. If you can't see, pull your arms slightly back. Maybe turning gaze up any amount. Stacking that back heel over the ankle. Next inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, plant the palms inside the left foot. Lizard lunge, Uttanapishtasana. Spread the fingers wide, just like in down dog. Option to lower your right knee. And then either way, pull the chest forward, lengthening and flattening through the spine. Good, strongly draw that left knee toward the left shoulder. Pressing through the inner edge of that front foot can help draw your knee in here. One more deep inhale, chest up. Exhale, walk your hands to the long edge of the mat. Wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, half lift, toes slightly in. Exhale, fold, and a few breaths here. Hands can stay on hips or the mat, or you can try reaching for the big toes with the first two fingers. Let the elbows splay out as you lift the hips up, turning gaze between the inner thighs. Prasarita Padottanasana C variation. Good, each exhale, pull the belly up strongly. Feel that lift through the hips and heels. With your next inhale, half lift, come on the fingertips. Exhale, walk the hands back to lizard lunge inside your left foot. Uttanapishtasana. Plant through the right palm. And with an inhale, reach the left arm high. Exhale here. Option to lower the right knee. Revolve side angle. Parivritta Parsvakonasana. As you pull the crown of the head forward, draw your left hip and knee in, and maybe turn the gaze up. Make sure you're not holding the breath as you twist. One more inhale here. Exhale, left palm outside left foot, runner's lunge. Begin to rock forward and back, stretching through the back toes, through the right hip crease. And then find some stillness in your runner's lunge. Take an inhale, chest forward. Exhale, step it back. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Option to flow on the breath or find a resting shape. Whatever you choose, we'll meet back in down dog in a few breaths, no rush. Maybe checking back in with that foot alignment if you're striving toward big toes together. From down dog, inhale, gaze forward. Bottom of the exhale, make your way to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms out and up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to hips. So we'll take that same flow now on the breath. You're always welcome to add extra breaths here as you need. Press through the right foot. And with an inhale, step the left foot back. Exhale it out. Inhale, both arms high. Exhale, plant the palms, lizard lunge. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, walk to the long edge of the mat, wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, walk the hands back inside the right foot, lizard lunge. Inhale, right arm high, revolve side angle. Exhale, plant the right palm, runner's lunge. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze between the thumbs. Exhale to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Press through the feet. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to hips. Nicely done. And we'll take that on the left side. Bringing the weight to the left foot. Take an inhale, step back with the right foot. Exhale here. Inhale, both arms high. Exhale, plant the palms, lizard lunge. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, walk to the long edge of the mat, wide-legged fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, walk hands back inside the left foot, lizard lunge. Inhale, reach the left arm high, revolve side angle. Exhale, left palm outside left foot, runner's lunge. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Option to find a flow on your breath or find rest. You can always add an extra push-up, lowering halfway down and back up for some added heat. We'll all meet back in down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. One more inhale. Exhale, knees to the wide edge of the mat. Big toes touch. Send the hips back. A nice wide-legged balasana. Find some release. You can let the forearms relax, or option to bend the elbows, palms together, and bring thumbs to the back of the neck as you walk the elbows forward. Release any tension in the back of the hips, and come back to your breath. If the arms are lifted, extend the arms back forward, plant the palms. With an inhale, press your hands and knees, tuck the toes. Exhale, hips back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. From down dog, inhale, right leg up and back, bend the knee, stack the hips, scorpion dog. Gaze under the left armpit. See if you can lift that right hip a little higher. Good. Inhale, right leg straight back. Exhale, knee to nose. Step it through for warrior two. Rotate your back foot at an angle. And with an inhale, press through the feet. Rise up, arms wide. Exhale, gaze to the right. Deep bend in the right knee. Virabhadrasana 2. Make sure you can see the right big toe inside the knee here. And then if the right shoulder pulled forward, pull it back over the hips. Torso is nice and straight. Good. Next inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, reach to the right and bend for triangle. Left hand to the hip or left hand high. A great place for a block here for some extra support under that right hand, or you can just reach your right fingers down. Imagine a wall behind you, flattening your backside, tucking chin to the chest and tailbone underneath. Next inhale, rise back up. Exhale, warrior two. We're moving toward half moon. If you have a block, placing your block at the top of the mat. And then take an inhale, reach the right arm forward and down. Left hand to hip. Begin to lift your left foot up, drawing all the weight to your right foot for Ardha Chandrasana. And you can keep that hand on the block, striving to have your torso and that back leg parallel to the floor. Strongly press through your right big toe, maybe reaching left arm high. Gaze down will help with balance. Turning gaze up will challenge balance. Good. We'll step it back to warrior two. Take a deep inhale, half moon. Exhale, plant the back foot, rise up. Inhale here. Exhale, cartwheel the hands, step it back. Downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Preparing for second side. Inhale, left leg up and back. Bend the knees, stack the hips, scorpion dog. Gaze up to the right. See if you can lift that left hip a little higher, open it out. Good. Inhale, left leg straight back. Exhale, knee to nose, step through for Virabhadrasana 2. Plant through both feet. Inhale, rise up, arms wide. Exhale, bend the left knee, gaze to the left. And then settle in. Press strongly through the outer edge of that back foot, feeling your whole back leg grow straight and strong. Nice. Soften your gaze. And with an inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, reach to the left and bend for triangle. Left hand to a block, or reaching the left fingers down. Right hand to hip, or reaching straight up. Seeing how two-dimensional you can become here, like a sheet of paper. Keep pressing through the inner edge of that front foot so the knee doesn't roll out. Good. Next inhale, rise back up, arms wide. Exhale, bend the knee, warrior two. We're heading back to half moon. Option to have your block in the front of the mat. Inhale, reach forward, left hand toward the block or floor. Draw the weight toward that left foot. Lift the right foot up. Right hand to hip, maybe reaching right arm high, stacking shoulders. Just like scorpion dog, we're opening that right hip up and out, stacking right hip on left. Good, maybe try hovering the fingers off the block, playing with balance. Ardha Chandrasana. One more deep inhale. Exhale, step it back for warrior two. Inhale, rise up, just a breath. Exhale, cartwheel the hands, step back to down dog. And either find a flow or find some rest here before we take that on the breath. And as we move through the same sequence on the breath in a moment, maybe noticing any differences you feel through the version where we hold the poses, more hatha, and then the version where we move on the breath, more vinyasa. Just noticing what that feels like. Meeting back in down dog if you found child's pose. And with an inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, bend the knees, stack the hips. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, step through for warrior two. Inhale, rise up, arms wide. Exhale here. Inhale, straighten front leg. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, shift forward, half moon, lifting that left leg. Plenty of time. An extra inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale, step back, warrior two. Good. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel the hands, step to down dog. And we'll take that all on the last side. From down dog, inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, bend the knees, stack the hips. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, step through, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, rise up, arms wide. Exhale here. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, reach and bend, triangle. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, shift forward, hand to block or the floor, half moon. An extra breath. Inhale, right arm high. Exhale, step it back, warrior two. Good. Inhale, reach the fingers wide. Exhale, cartwheel the hands, step to down dog. Find your breath. We'll hold here about 5 breaths. You're welcome to find tabletop or child's pose instead. See if you can lengthen your breath back out. Maybe feeling some inner qualities of heat, openness behind the belly, in the chest. From your down dog, next inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, right knee, right wrist for pigeon pose, extending the left leg back. And then if you have a block or blanket, check in with your outer right hip and buttocks. If it's lifted off the mat, slide something underneath there at the right height for your body. Back toes are untucked. And then walk the top of your back foot back. Hips are forward. And then walk hands as far back outside the hips as you comfortably can to begin to sit tall. Good. And if you're feeling any tension in that front knee, you can bring the right heel closer toward the left hip. And with time, you'll work that right heel forward, shin becoming parallel to the short edge of your mat. One more inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, walk the hands forward, sleeping pigeon, and settle in. You can bring chin to fists up on the elbows, lower to forearms, or maybe walk arms all the way forward as you feel that left hip drop toward the right heel. Ekapada Raja Kapotasana, one-footed king pigeon. A great shape to explore your breath control here. If you'd like to find more length through the spine and legs, with an inhale, fill the whole belly with air. On the exhale, pull the belly in and up. Feel the chest shift forward. Maybe try that once or twice more. So really deepen the stretch through that outer right hip. With your next inhale, begin to walk the hands back in. I'll talk through the option for a deeper back bend variation. You can stay where you are, walking hands outside the hips, or you can bend that back knee, pointing toes toward the head. Plant your right palm in front and reach your left arm back. If you catch that back foot, pull it toward the body, shift your gaze over the left shoulder. And then if that elbow is pretty bent, you can try sliding the left foot into your left elbow crease. Last option, maybe lift the right hand up, reach it back for left fingers for a hand bind. One more deep inhale in your variation. Exhale, lower the back leg, plant the palms, step it back, three-legged dog, right leg high, and take a few circles through that hip, bend the knee, wring it out. And we'll meet back in down dog, lowering right leg next to left. From down dog, inhale left leg up and back, bend the knee, stack the hips. Exhale left knee, left wrist, pigeon pose, right leg straight back. And then adjust yourself here. Most of us are tighter on our non-dominant side. Sliding a prop under the outer edge of your left hip if it's lifted. And then press the top of your back foot to the mat, walk that foot back. When you feel balanced, walk your hands back outside the hips, lift up through the whole spine. Good. If you feel the belly splaying out here, see if you can engage the upper back, find some stability there. Take a deep inhale, pull the chest forward. Exhale, walk the hands forward, move toward your sleeping pigeon. It's okay if you don't fold as far or you fold more deeply as the first side. And in your home practice, if pigeon is something you'd like to explore and you find yourself much tighter one side to the other, then I recommend holding the tighter side for about twice as many breaths. And with time, you'll find some balance in your hip alignment and openness. If you're holding tension in the back of the neck, let it relax, soften the face. With your next inhale, walk the hands back in. Come back to your upright pigeon, hands outside the hips. And you can stay here for a deeper back bend. Bend the back knee, point the toes toward the head, and then plant your left hand in front of the body. Reach your right hand back. If you catch inside that right foot, pull the foot toward the body. If you find your elbow bending here, you can try sliding that right foot to the elbow crease. And then option to lift left hand, reach it back toward right for a finger bind. A couple breaths in your variation. Good, nice upright spines. Take one more deep inhale. Exhale, lower back leg, plant the palms, and send the left leg up and back. Three-legged dog. Bend the knee, take some circles through the hips, wring it out. And then lower left leg next to right. Option for one more flow on the breath. If you're flowing, see how slow and controlled you can make your movements here. Beautiful. The slower we go through our flows, the more strength we build. If you found the flow, we'll meet back in down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. From down dog, one more inhale, press the palms down. Exhale, lower to the knees and slide the feet to one side, coming to a seat on the mat. And then extend both legs forward. Option to slide a blanket here under the back of the sits bones. If you're using a blanket, just make sure it's only under the back inch, inch and a half of your body, so you feel the hips roll forward. And take an inhale, reach both arms high, lift the chest. Exhale, reach forward first and then down for Paschimottanasana. Inhale, half lift up on the fingers. Exhale, fold and settle in. Hands can come to the mat, legs or feet. And rather than focusing on drawing nose toward knees, use your inhales to draw the top of the head toward the toes, creating space between the vertebrae. Flexing all 10 toes a lot, deepening the stretch through the backs of the legs. Check in with the tops of shoulders. If they scrunched up to ears, see if you can roll them down and back. Good. Before rising up, reach the arms forward, thumbs up. We'll rise with core control. Next inhale, sit all the way up. Reach the arms high. Exhale, release. Slide the blanket out from underneath if you have one. And bring both hands behind the body. Fingers pointed toward you. And gently squeeze your shoulder blades together. We're moving toward Purvottanasana. I'll talk us through the variation with knees bent, a little less intense. If you have the version with legs straight, you're welcome to do that instead. Same mechanics. Otherwise, plant the feet hips distance apart, knees over ankles. And with an inhale, we'll all lift the hips up. Exhale, straighten through the arms, lift the chest, squeeze the shoulders together. If legs are straight, we're striving to draw soles of the feet toward the mat here. A couple more breaths, each inhale lifting the hips high. Make sure those knees don't splay out. Intense east-facing pose. One more deep inhale, hips and chest up. Tuck the chin and slowly lower to the mat. Let that go. And we'll make our way to the back actively. Legs together. And this time, point the toes as strongly as you can. Reach both arms forward, thumbs up. Inhale here, tuck the chin. Exhale, begin to lower, squeeze your leg muscles. The slower you go, the more strength you'll build. And in your own time, finding lower back on the mat, middle back, and shoulders on the mat. Take a moment to enjoy and notice that sensation of release that comes after effort, especially after a ladder flow. We really build some heat. And I knew at least one student needed to leave early, and it's about that time. Just make sure you take time to cool down on your own. Bend both knees, walk the heels in toward the body. And then extend your arms wide in a T, palms down. Take an inhale, lift the knees up to the chest. Exhale, knees up and over to the left for a spinal twist. Striving to keep knees at or above your hip height so there's no arch in the lower back. Maybe turning gaze to the right if that feels okay. And even if this means knees are lifted off the mat, let that right shoulder blade relax down. You can always slide a prop under or between the knees here. Next, inhale, draw the knees to the chest. And then plant the feet on the mat, hips distance apart. Once more, walking heels toward the body. With an inhale, draw the knees back in. Exhale, knees up and over to the right. Maybe shifting gaze to the left. And let that left shoulder blade relax to the mat. Check in with your toes and ankles. Let them relax if you're holding tension there. Maybe softening your drishti or shutting down eyes altogether. Jatara Parivartanasana. Next, inhale, draw the knees back in. Exhale, release the legs forward and down. We're making our way towards Shavasana. If there's another movement or asana that you need, you're welcome to find that here. And then grab any clothing or props you'd like to have to be comfortable and warm. If you have a blanket or a large yoga pillow, you can slide it under the knees for a slight bend in the knees, or place it on top of the hips for a little extra weight there. I find in my own practice that I really enjoy the sensation of Shavasana after ladder flows. Something about the contrast between intensity and rest. Maybe you're feeling that here as you begin to let the shoulders, the lower back and hips, the heels release down to the ground beneath you. If they're not already, shut down the eyes. Let the eyes relax into the sockets. So you begin to disconnect from physical sensations in the space around you. The next couple rounds of breath, take one more mind scan. If you notice chitta vritti, mind thoughts, distractions coming up, see if you can exhale those aside, knowing they'll wait, while you simply become very present here in this shape of integration on your mat. I'll chant us into Shavasana this evening with 3 rounds of Om, the universal sound of nature. With each round, let my voice grow softer, further away, as you settle in and rest easy. Take a long, slow inhale. Fill the whole body with air. Open the mouth and sigh it out. Wiggle fingers and toes. Gently roll the neck back and forth. Yes and no. When you're ready, find a full body stretch, reaching the arms high, reinvigorating fingers to toes. Holding on to any sensations of balance, ease, groundedness. If it feels okay on the knees, draw both knees to the chest and roll to the right side, finding the fetal position. And take a few deep, generous breaths there. When you're ready to rise, press your way to a seat. Always the option to stay on the back if that's feeling good. And otherwise, we'll meet sitting tall, coming back to Siddhasana, drawing the opposite heel toward the body, and then stacking the other heel on top, tucking toes between thigh and calf, and rolling the hips forward. When you find your seat, roll the shoulders down and back, lift up through the top of the head. With an inhale, bring palms to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Press thumbs to heart, heart to thumbs. Whether you joined live or you'll take this class later, really glad to guide you in practice today. The light within me honors and respects the light within each of you. Thank you. Mil gracias.